What if a cartoon could tell the future? Not in a serious way, but with funny little jokes that years later somehow come true. For more than 30 years, The Simpsons has made people laugh with silly stories and wild ideas. But sometimes those ideas end up happening in real life, and when they do, it's kind of scary. Trouble at the Capitol, Season 7, Episode 18. In a 1996 episode, Bart and Lisa watch a cartoon about an angry amendment who wants to change the US Constitution. But this amendment doesn't wait for votes. He brings armed friends into the Capitol building. It's a silly, over-the-top joke. Then, in January 2021, the real Capitol in Washington, D.C. was stormed by angry people during a presidential transition. The scene on the news looked shockingly similar to what The Simpsons had shown 25 years earlier. The horse meat scandal, Season 5, Episode 19. In 1994, an episode showed Bart bringing his dog to school for show and tell. Later, the dog smells something delicious coming from the cafeteria, but the food turns out to be a boiling pot filled with horse meat. And the barrel even says, "Now with more testicles." At the time, it was just a gross joke, but in 2013, a real scandal hit Europe. Tests showed that almost 30% of meat products labeled as beef actually contained horse meat. Millions of items had to be taken off store shelves. A silly school lunch joke became a big food industry scandal in real life. The God Particle, Season 10, Episode 2. In 1998, Homer tries to become an inventor. In one scene, he writes a complicated equation on a chalkboard. It looks random, but years later, scientists realized it was close to the formula for the Higgs boson, the God particle, which explains how things get mass. Scientists didn't confirm the particle's existence until 2012. Somehow, Homer had written it down 14 years earlier. By accident, Grease for Sale, Season 23, Episode 10. In 2012, Homer appears on a talk show. While he's talking, a news ticker at the bottom of the screen says, "Europe puts Greece on eBay." It's a ridiculous joke, yeah, but just 3 years later, Greece couldn't pay its debt to the International Monetary Fund. The country faced huge financial problems and needed help from other countries. The Simpsons turned a real economic disaster into a blink-and-you-miss-it joke years before it happened. Disney buys Fox, Season 10, Episode 5. In 1998, an episode ends with a shot of the 20th Century Fox building. At the bottom of the logo, it says, "A division of Walt Disney Company." It was just a joke. But in 2019, Disney really did buy 21st Century Fox in a deal worth $71 billion. A 1-second sight gag turned into a real-life business headline. Government spying, The Simpsons movie, 2007. In the movie, Marge says, "It's not like the government's listening to everything we say." Then the scene cuts to a giant room at the NSA where workers are listening to everyone's conversations. In 2013, Edward Snowden revealed that the US government really was running a massive surveillance program. The Simpsons had shown almost the exact thing 6 years earlier. Autocorrect problems. Season 6, Episode 8. In 1994, Bully Kearney tries to type "beat up Martin" on his Apple Newton device. Autocorrect changes it to "eat up Martha." It's a small joke, but anyone with a smartphone today knows the pain of autocorrect changing your words into nonsense. In fact, Apple engineers have admitted that "eat up Martha" became a reminder for them to fix autocorrect problems before launching the iPhone. President Trump, Season 11, Episode 17. In a 2000 episode, Lisa is President of the United States. She says, "We've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump." At the time, Trump wasn't a politician. He was a businessman and TV personality. The idea of him as president seemed like a joke, but in 2016, Donald Trump actually became president. The Simpsons had called it 16 years earlier. Pandemic and Murder Hornets, Season 4, Episode 21. In 1993, Marge in Chains shows a flu from Japan spreading quickly through Springfield. People panic, demand cures, and stay home. In one scene, a box of killer bees is accidentally opened. In 2020, the world saw COVID-19 spread across the globe. And around the same time, headlines warned about murder hornets in North America. Video Calls, Season 6, Episode 19. In 1995, Lisa's Wedding shows Lisa calling her mom on a picture phone where they can see each other as they talk. Today we call it FaceTime, Zoom, or WhatsApp video. Back then it was just a fun idea in a cartoon. The same episode even showed a watch you could talk into, years before smartwatches became real. Super Bowl winner, Season 3, Episode 14. In 1992, Lisa predicts the Washington Redskins will win the Super Bowl, and they did. When the episode was replayed the next year, the writers changed the team name to the Dallas Cowboys, and they won that year too. FIFA Corruption, Season 25, Episode 16. In 2014, The Simpsons showed FIFA officials being arrested for corruption. In 2015, real FIFA leaders were arrested in a huge scandal involving bribes and fraud. Cypress Hill and the London Symphony, Season 7, Episode 3. In 1996, The Simpsons joked about rap group Cypress Hill performing with the London Symphony Orchestra. In 2024, Cypress Hill actually did it. For real, Lady Gaga's Super Bowl entrance, Season 23, Episode 22. In 2012, an episode showed Lady Gaga performing in Springfield, flying above the crowd. In 2017, at the real Super Bowl halftime show, she entered the stadium by being lowered from the roof. Nobel Prize winners, Season 22, Episode 1. In 2010, Milhouse guesses that Bengt Holmstrom would win a Nobel Prize. In 2016, Holmstrom really did. Baby Translator, Season 2, Episode 15. In 1991, Homer's half-brother invents a baby translator device. In 2014, real devices appeared that claimed to translate baby cries. Voting Machine Glitch, Season 20, Episode 4. In 2008, an episode showed a voting machine changing Homer's vote from Obama to McCain. In the real 2012 election, some voting machines in the US had the exact same problem. So how do they do it? Are the Simpsons writers secretly time travelers? Probably not. The real answer is that the show has been around for more than 30 years. They make hundreds of jokes about the world, politics, technology, and culture. If you throw enough ideas out there, a few are bound to come true. But it's still amazing to watch an old cartoon episode and realize, hey, that actually happened. Some predictions are silly, some are scary, and some are just plain weird, but all of them make The Simpsons one of the most strangely accurate shows in TV history. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe for more crazy stories, and tell us in the comments which Simpsons prediction surprised you the most.